here instead of one. Why don't you clear out some couch space for this game? The Knicks battle the Heat next on Sunshine Network.
A Sunday night in South Florida, no better place to be tonight than Miami Arena for tonight's meeting between the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks. Here, let's meet them.
Smith. Wake up in that city that
and forward, number 2, 6'8" from Notre Dame, Monty Williams.
king of the hill.
And center number 33, 7 foot from Georgetown, Patrick Ewing. And guard number 3, 6'5" from Oklahoma State, John Starks. And at guard number 11, 6'4" from Illinois, Derek Harper. The head coach of the Knicks,
in rebounding so far. The three bounces to Patrick Ewing, and here comes John Starks. He'll fire and hit. A lot of Knicks fans in the building tonight reacting to John Starks' first hoop and our first points of the game. Ewing barreling in, setting up Starks for the three. Boom. Bottoms up for John Starks. He's hit a couple of buckets here in the first quarter and has 5 New York points. And an offensive foul against Miami. And Rice has 2 fouls now. Here's Starks, open for the three, and hitting. John. Another three in the air. Boom, right there for John Starks. 3 of 3 from three-point land. He's got 11 points out of the Knicks 15. John Sally took a bump from Ewing, and he will shoot 2. First of the night on the Knicks center, Pat Ewing. Spinning away from the double team and knocking down his first field goal. So he has 3 points, and the Knicks lead back to 5.
Great soft touch for a big guy from the post position. Those turnaround jumpers.
Willis trying to power spin by Ewing, dribbled it out of bounds.
Willis is
period. New York by 5 and make it 7. Derek Harper bearing the outside jumper, his first bucket. He averages 12 points a game.
Screen and roll plays. Knicks do it very well, and the Heat have had trouble defending that all season.
Open look for Owens. He comes foul line. And Ewing on the second try brings it down. Harper putting on some moves,
but going nowhere.
Ewing got it. 2 in a row for Ewing. He now has 5, and the Knicks have opened up their largest lead of this opening period at 9 points. Houston and at Dallas. Ewing with a putback, and Owens backs it out. 5 on the shot clock. Owens, great looking drive. Oh, do you believe that?
That's 2 he's missed right at the hoop.
That is sad for Billy Owens. Great move, but he didn't finish. Bonner, not that time. Ewing, and Pat Ewing draws the foul. The Knicks pursuing the offensive rebounds with great zeal. Lead now with 4:38 left in the opening frame. Evan Willis double teamed and called for traveling. Well, the Knicks defense right now getting the job done. Miami from the field is 2 of 9, and they've committed 5 turnovers.
Knicks not double teaming Willis until he starts to put it on the floor.
Only John Sally and Willis have scored field goals so far for Miami. Ewing against the double. Out it comes for Harper's 3. And Owens ahead for Coles. John Sally inside to Willis. Rice for 3.
That's Rice's first good look of the game.
Boy, did Miami need that. Glenn Rice with his 93rd made 3 this season. And now it's just a 7-point Knick lead. Harper lost it. Rice on the pickup, threw it to Willis's back. Terrible pass. And Anthony Bonner scores the easy layup in transition off Miami's 6th turnover of the quarter.
Unselfish play by Patrick Ewing.
Bimbo Coles got it. Over Derek Harper. Offense loosening up a little bit for Miami now. Down by 7. Harper behind the screen. Open man is Anthony Bonner. An easy lay-in of the former St. Louis Billiken. Anthony Bonner, that's his second hoop. And the Knicks out in front by 9.
That's twice the Heat defenders have miscommunicated, leaving somebody open on the baseline. One time Ewing, and this last time Bonner for some easy scores.
Anthony Bonner signed as a free agent by the Knicks last October after spending his first 3 years in the NBA as a member of the Sacramento Kings.
Great pickup for the Knicks, and he's really improved his perimeter game. Look at the Knicks field goal percentage, 59%.
On 10 of 17. Nice up fake by Rice. Ewing's pass ricochets back to Willis. Owens blocked from behind by Ewing. This is Bonner for Starks. Mason's pass deflected, but out to first period. Nice passing. Starks finding Harper for 3. That is the 4th made three-pointer by the Knicks here in the first quarter.
And we talked about the need for good rotation to the perimeter shooters. On that sequence, the Heat could not have done better, but Harper buried it anyway.
Now, twice this year, the Knicks have made 12 threes in a game.
Nice play by Rice.
On the curl, he has 7 points, and the Heat are hanging right in, trailing by just 6, despite the Knicks shooting 61%.
It's very encouraging, the Heat staying in this game, Eric, even though the Knicks are shooting as well as they are.
Eccles on Starks. Screen and roll.
Great
and an
play.
offensive foul on John Starks.
Great play, Sally.
Now, Don Vaden just gave the wrong number, but it is on John Starks. That's his second foul.
Watch this. Sally certainly had his feet planted that time. If he had had that position against David Robinson, there would have been no question about that call the other night at the end of the game.
Knicks make a change. John Starks to the bench. Hubert Davis, the third-year guard from North Carolina, into the game. And look out for Davis, a silky, soft-shooting perimeter shooter. Eccles, offensive foul. Taken by Hubert Davis, who stood tough against the Mack truck in Eccles.
Well, Ted Bernhardt had called the block.
Offensive foul on the Heat, number 21, Liddell Eccles. His first.
Turn out, Kevin, turn out. Turn out the 3-man.
And at 3 to go in this emotionally charged first period. Knicks 29, Heat 23. Matt Riley much more confident in Hubert Davis these days. Kevin Willis down with a rebound. His third of the game.
It's a good chance for the Heat here to get 2 opportunities.
Rice did get 2 opportunities, but missed both. And Ted Bernhardt says Liddell Eccles guilty of another foul, his second. And the Heat are now over the limit with 40 seconds to go in this first quarter. Well, Eccles had 11 points the other night against the Spurs. He's played in 2 straight games after no work in 8 games in a row, but with Minor's injury, Eccles back in the Heat rotation.
Well, I think you'd have been in the rotation anyway, Eric, but not having Harold Miner.
Turn around, put out, bit long, and Mason grabs the rebound. That hurts. That makes it worse. Ewing with the slam. He's got a dozen points, and the Knicks one behind Miami.
Willis had thought Geiger had the rebound and had started up the floor, so that when Matt mishandled it, Ewing was left by himself.
Campbell wants the screen from Geiger. Gets it back to Matt. And a block on Anthony Bonner. Jack, we're seeing the heady play of Kevin Campbell pay off for Miami in many ways tonight.
Yeah, he's not only getting open, but he's finding
For the Knicks. Anthony Bonner reaching out and spiking it home. He has 7 points.
That's a great look by Patrick Ewing to the weak side baseline. That's a tough pass for a big man to make. Ewing saw the floor very well.
How about Bonner? 3 for 3 off the Knicks bench. Willis on the miss. Mason advancing. Gotta stop him. Starks for 3. John Starks has just nailed his 4th tray of the first half. He's got 15 points.
An irrepressible guy, Starks. Doesn't matter if he's missing, he'll keep shooting.
John Starks making 4 of his 5 attempts from three-point land tonight. Here's Eccles on the up fake, on the bucket, and he'll be on the foul line as well.
Oh my! Khalid Reeves!
It counts!
That was from Broward County, folks.
Yes, from the Palmetto Expressway, Khalid Reeves nailing the 3, putting the Heat up by 6.
Take another look. He could have shot it farther if he had to, but he didn't have to.
It was from the top of the key, but the other top of the key. At half, the Heat by 6. Nice move, Charles Smith. Boy, that looked very good for the 7th-year man out of the University of Pittsburgh.
Just split the double team. Oh my.
And throw by Owens. Starks on the interception. Starks on the advance.
Pick up Starks.
Starks missing the 3. And a loose ball foul underneath. This will be on Miami against John Sally. The first on Spider John. Here's Smith finding Mason for the one-hander. And that's enough for Kevin Lockery.
Yes,
so far. Sally tipped it to keep it alive, but Willis could not hold on. Here's Ewing coming baseline. Harper for Mason. Oh, bottoms up, Anthony Mason. Mason with 7 in the quarter and 11 on the night. 5 of 6 shooting. And Anthony Mason also with 7 rebounds.
Another excellent pass.
Here's a block on Patrick Ewing. He picks up his... Here's Harper. Nice dish for Mason. Look at him handle the ball. And power it in. The versatile and uniquely talented Anthony Mason, who is actually born here in Miami, Florida. He's put his big stamp on this one.
Take a look at this play by Mason. Through the legs, squeeze through the defenders, soft shot at the rim, gets the shot to fall, and gets a chance at the free throw line as well.
John Sally picking up that foul. Anthony Mason. He hits the three-point play, has 14 points. 11 of them have come here in the third quarter. The Knicks have cut that 10-point Heat lead in half with 4:05 left in the third.
Rice.
Willis. And the rebound to Anthony Mason and Greg Harper. The Heat defense very tough. Starks for 3. John Starks with his 5th made 3 of the game. He has 18 points. Those his first of the second half.
What a competitor, John Starks.
Billy Owens off the his 5th tonight. Way under his 11 plus per game. Minute 25 to go in the third. Miami leads by 3. And Willis throws it into the backcourt. Got to hustle back. John Starks lays it in.
Now Starks just out-hustled Glenn Rice in pursuit of that ball. Willis made a very careless pass.
At a costly Miami turnover. Their 13th of the game. Coles with Harper. And Bonner has the rebound. The Knicks looking to reclaim the lead. Coles knocking it out of bounds. Willis working 1-on-2. Mason knocked it out of bounds. Now just 2 seconds on the shot clock. Has been nip and tuck all the way and promises to go right to the wire. Patrick Ewing still resting on the New York bench. Here's Davis. And that's his first basket of the game. It's a three-pointer. Hubert Davis was 0 for 5 in the first half, and he knocks down a big 3 to put the Knicks up by 2 points. Starks right with Kevin Gamble, and a hold on John Starks. His 7th. Knicks by 2. 9:35 left. Mason on the step back jumper. Well, the board firm of Mason and Bonner sticking it to the Heat here in the fourth quarter. Mason now has 16 points and 8 rebounds. Tough shot by Kevin Gamble, fading left, but right on target for his 8th point.
Gamble using his experience just to fend off Davis enough to get jump room space.
Either club able to shake the other so far in this game. Mason, quick spin to the baseline.
That's all for John Sally.
Yes, Sally pick on Sally to the pine. Smith, yes. Charles Smith, just his 2nd hoop all night. He has 6 Knick points, and the Knicks by 4 again. Gamble across the paint. Ewing down with his 10th rebound. What a move by Ewing. The spin, the bucket, and the foul.
Patrick Ewing, just back in the game, gets a great opportunity at the low post. You see Matt Geiger coming over, and Ewing feeling his body, spins baseline. Geiger over the top for the foul after the fact.
Patrick Ewing connecting on a major three-point play. Ewing with 19. The Knicks by 7, 8.5 to play, and a timeout to Miami. Of Harper. Hubert Davis, the put-up. Ewing fouled by Willis. There's Ewing, always a factor there. Here's Starks for 3. It won't count. He traveled.
The Heat catch a break there. But the Knicks have had, certainly Mason has been huge here, Eric. But the Knicks don't depend on one guy. It's been Mason, it's been Ewing, it's been Starks. It's been Hubert Davis off the bench.
The essence of a winning team.
Oh, yes.
By the way, that would have been the 6th 3 tonight for Starks. Willis across the paint for the hooker.
Tough shot. The Heat hanging in there, trailing only by 5. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in this game.
Still alive. Harper unloads.
Must have it.
And they don't get it. Knocked out of bounds by Miami. Ed Bernhardt emphatic with his call. The Knicks call a timeout. 3 minutes and 9 seconds to play. The Knicks at the moment by 5.
Of any.
Yes, wearing Miami down with a hammer job on the glass. 3 minutes left.
Good rotation by that time by the Heat.
Mason with a left hand. Anthony Mason dealing one crushing blow after another to Miami. He now has a season-high 23 points to go with his 10 rebounds.
The Heat have to get right to their offense. Not to hurry anything, but don't waste time either.
Eccles for 3. Ewing with a rebound, his 14th. And every trip that goes unanswered by Miami, the door closes slightly. Knicks by 7, 2:20 left.
Knicks get it into that post man very quickly.
And a blocking foul underneath on Miami. Reeves almost out. The Heat led by 1 going into the quarter. Led by as much as 10 3 times in the third. But it's slipping away. Starks! They're not going to get him that time.
No, they couldn't catch him. John Starks. And great recognition by Patrick Ewing to find Starks streaking down the floor.
Well, the Knicks fans in the building enjoying the finish. John Starks now at 25. Rice gets 2 back. Rice has 21 points tonight.
Heat down by 8. They need turnovers now.
Ewing hammers it down and perhaps hammered the door shut with that dunk set up by Starks. Well, the Knicks will go 11 over 500 for the first time this year. And after going 8-8 in the month of December, they will go 9-1 here in January. Starks fouled by Kevin Willis. Well, the Knicks really deliver. They come at you hard for 48 minutes. I'd love to sneak into their practice facility and watch them go at it against each other.
They work very hard. One of the criticisms by some players about Pat Riley is that they work too hard, and the players by playoff time don't have enough energy left. That was the criticism when he was with the Lakers.
Hey, there's Charlie Ward on the New York Knicks bench. Doug Christie as well. Charlie Ward, the Heisman Trophy candidate, as we find him again from Florida State. Welcome back to Miami, Charlie.
Charlie, I'm sure, would like to be playing, but he's learning a lot.
Yes, he will have his
this
time.
team play.
Talking to Knicks assistant Jeff Van Gundy before the game. He's a big fan of Charlie Ward's. Sally knocking down the perimeter jumper. He's got 13 points tonight. But the Heat effort is going to come up a little bit short tonight. The Knicks in front by 9 as we count it down. So New York will go to 24-13. The Heat will fall 14 games under 500 at 12-26. Anthony Mason, the icing on the cake, his 12th rebound. They'll tip your hat to the visitors in blue.
And losing in the NBA because you have so many games. You play 82 times. And when you're losing more than you're winning, it's extremely discouraging. You've got to find a way to win. And the Heat are faced with that problem right now.
The Knicks found many ways to win tonight. Anthony Mason played a big part. So did John Starks, who scored 5 3-point goals. And he's standing by waiting with Dave Lamont. So we'll take this break and hurry back to hear from John Starks, who finished up with 26.
For this dunk with about a minute to go, John Starks throws it down, and the Knicks leave town. In fact, they head back to New York with a perfect road trip, 3 against 3. They had some tough competition, including tonight's game as well. John joins us here courtside as the final buzzer going off one more time for the Miami Heat fans who went home tonight. John, much about the playoff experiences that help your team when you get into a foreign building like this and the team is playing well, the other team is playing well. Can you count on that experience to know that you've been in tougher situations in a regular season game?
No question. Whenever you been in that type of atmosphere, these games right here are a lot of fun. So you don't panic. You just go out there and stick to your game plan and do the things that made you successful.
Also tonight, you get a huge game from Anthony Mason, who was just phenomenal on every end of the floor.
That's true. Mason has picked it up. He's putting the ball in the basket. He's hitting his little outside jump shot consistently. He's rebounding the heck out the basketball. So, he's doing all the things that Charles was doing when he was here.
And, of course, you came out and hit some shots early on, which I know helps the team and helps yourself. We've got a 3 that you put in earlier on. How much do you look for your three-point shot?
I look for it a lot, no question about that, because it's a makeable shot out there. I think you cheating yourself if you don't step in and shoot that type of shot because of the distance.
Tonight, John Starks goes 5 of 9 from three-point range, part of his 26 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Good luck when you get back to New York, and good luck in the playoffs, because we know you guys are going to be there.
Well, thank you.
John Starks joining us here on NBA Heat tonight. He leads the Knicks with 26 points. Patrick Ewing has 25. And some New York Knicks fans around Miami Arena in love with the way their team played tonight. They played well. They pick up the victory. When we come back, Eric and Jack will talk more about the New York Knicks 104-95 win over the Miami Heat. You're watching the Heat on Sunshine Network.
It was time for the Bruins season openers. They hosted the Flyers. Apparently Cam Neely was more than ready to go. He posted his 12th career hat trick. They came out of hitting. Eric Lindros flips over Ray Bork. And then Cam Neely makes a run at Gary Galley. Look out. Then